Hello everyone, this is Butcher with KillerReviews.com, and I'm doing today a review of American Mary. And I wish I had the DVD in front of me, but I watched this on Netflix. But I loved the film and will soon be purchasing the Blu-ray. So I wish I could hold it right now, but I'm not. I hate not holding the product in my hand. But American Mary, let's see. I mean, I'm pretty late in the game, honestly, on this movie. It just hit Netflix, so a lot of people are seeing it now for the first time, including me. So, I mean, the summary, I'll make it real quick. A medical student runs out of, it just doesn't have any money, and school's not going great for her. And I'm trying to think how she gets approached. Oh, she answers an ad off of Craigslist, whatever the movie world's Craigslist is. Answers an ad for a medical student, and she falls into this world of body modification where she performs surgeries, I guess legal procedures in the underground body modification world. That's a pretty good summary, I guess. And I will say this has minor spoilers, and I just think most people have seen the movie and they're kind of maybe watching this to see what my thoughts on the movie are. But I'm not going to spoil everything for you guys, and I won't spoil the ending, but I just feel like there's just some points I want to bring up that require minor spoilers. So I watched this the other night. Yeah, I heard really good things about this, actually, and I was really excited to watch it. A friend of mine, Gray from the Dark Hours, who was on the Killers podcast, which I also host, he recommended this recently, and he said, "Dude, you got to watch this. It's on Netflix now." And I watched it that night, actually, by myself, which is the way I always like to watch movies. I actually watched it on my computer, which I don't usually watch movies on a small screen like that. But it's also cool when you're by yourself in the dark with headphones on. It's also a different experience, which I don't usually do, but I do like that experience as well. So this film is written and directed by Jen and Sylvia Soska. And this is, the Twisted Twins, they also go by. And they also did Dead Hooker in the Trunk. And most of you know this, obviously, so I won't rehash most of the history of them. I didn't particularly love the Dead Hooker in the Trunk. I liked what they were going for, and I obviously knew something was there with these two girls. And sure enough, I mean, it took that movie to get them the experience they needed to make this movie. Holy shit. I mean, my first positive comment is production quality. I mean, talk about a huge update as far as production goes. This is a real movie. I mean, this looks great. It sounds great. The acting's great. I mean, production quality. This is what I love. This is, we get a lot of movies at KillerReviews.com sent to us, and a lot of times it's a smaller movie. It's their first movie. And it's just not a regular movie. I mean, I made a short film years ago. It wasn't very good. It's a learning process. And this is what filmmakers, if there's a filmmaker out there listening to this, and I know there's like a lot of aspiring filmmakers that listen to our podcast and go to our website. Watch Dead Hooker in a Trunk, and then watch American Mary. And these girls did a great job of taking what they learned from that movie and making their next movie. It probably took a couple years off, I think. There's a couple years difference between their two movies. But it's a great example of making your first movie and learning from it. And I think the difference of people that become truly successful is they learn from their mistakes and learn from the process. And, well, first of all, you have to have talent. If you have talent, if you don't have any talent, then you're kind of fucked anyway. But if you have talent, like the Twisted Twins, if you have that talent, then it's a lot easier, obviously. But this is what filmmakers need to do. Like, they make their first movie, and it was good enough to get attention from people. And then you make your second movie. It takes a couple years to prepare, whatever, hone your craft. And American Mary is like, it's going to be one of my top 10 movies of the year, folks. That's a big deal. I mean, I'm Butcher from KillerReviews.com. I'm joking. But, it's a big deal that the movie is so good, and it's getting very well reviewed over the course of 2013, maybe even late 2012, whatever. But my first positive is the production quality. It's a real movie. It's awesome. It sounds awesome. It looks awesome. Acting's good. It's a fucking solid movie. And sound design, music, that's so important and underrated in my opinion, sound design. And these girls kill it, whoever did their sound design. And another positive I have, it gets right into the story. I love movies that do this. Like within the first 15 minutes, she's answering out of Craigslist to go into, meet in some slimy club, whatever. And sure enough, like she's operating on somebody in the first 20 minutes of the movie, And I think there's a place for slow burn movies. I hate that's slow burn, that term. But I really my favorite movies get my interest from the beginning. There's no bullshit with the characters. It's just you meet this girl, and 15 minutes later she's in the shit. I love that about this movie. It's interesting right from the first frame. Another note I have is the lead, Catherine Isabel. If you read a review that doesn't mention this girl's performance and how charismatic and sexy she is in this movie, then you're reading the wrong review. Because every review I've come across mentioned Catherine Isabel. I want to make sure. Isabel. What was her name? Isabella. But this is Mary, the girl in the movie, Mary. She is really cute. She wears little outfits the whole movie, like little outfits should be fine. But she fits this role perfectly. Props to the Twisted Twins, the Jen and Sylvia. The casting was awesome. Even though the whole movie, the casting was really good. I felt like every person belonged in that movie. It was believable. Casting was really good. But Catherine's casting was awesome. She fit this character. She was likable. She was charismatic. She had my attention. I wanted to know what happened to her. I cared about her. And if you don't cast your leading role right, then your movie's fucked to begin with. So Catherine Isabel, wow, awesome. It's fun. If you look her up on IMDb, look her up. Like, she's done so many movies. You go, oh right, that's her. Like, oh, she's in that. That's right. She's been acting for a while. So that was probably my favorite part of the movie, was her character. And I love that. This is a minor spoiler. I love the plot line of the doctor. This is the one that teaches her in class, if you've seen the movie. In the very beginning, she has a class and she gets yelled at for using her phone or whatever. I liked that storyline as it progressed. That was a good surprise. And it was awesome. I really enjoyed the doctor's storyline. There's a few doctors in the movie, so if you've seen the movie, this is the one that teaches her. Her actual teacher in class. Really good directing. Yeah, the mood of the movie, it was atmospheric. The lighting was great. It had a tone, man. The tone, like the directing was awesome for this movie. And the last positive, it was a very fun movie. It wasn't that gory. I'm not even a gore guy. I'm really not. I like it when it's appropriate, whatever, but I don't like anything from seeing gore. It wasn't that gory, and that was cool. It was gory enough. But it was really fun to watch this girl go into this world. And, oh shoot, this, I wish I wrote this down. The girl that plays, fucking A. If you've seen the movie American Mary, I want to say Beatrice, but I'm not positive that's such her name. The first girl that contacts Mary, and she has like a plastic face, like a doll face. She's one of the main characters in the movie, and she's awesome as well. So, props to her. I'm sorry I didn't write her name down. But it's a really fun movie, and you get taken for a ride into this world with this girl, Mary, and all the characters involved in the movie, and that was really, really fun. I have a couple negatives, and let's see. The first one's kind of nitpicky. It's always tough when you have a girl, like an average girl, Mary, and she's going to look for some extra money, and go into the body modification world and perform surgeries like remove nipples from girls or sew up vaginas, and do stuff that is completely illegal. I wish. It's just the thing is like, it's so delicate how you handle that. Like how you make it 100% believable that this girl just out of nowhere goes into that world and is okay with it. Is okay with doing these awful things, illegal things, and you want to show that she has her head on her shoulders. She's a pretty good person, a good trying, good student, but then she falls into this underworld. And I just felt like I would have liked a little bit more, maybe a little bit more time spent in her deciding to do that, But you don't want to spend too much time, so that's why I say it's a very fine line. And they do have some reasons in the movie why she does it, and she backs out of it a couple times. So the effort was made, but I still feel like that person would not have gone on to do what she did in the movie. But it's a nitpick, though, because you have to have her do that to have the movie. You have to have her go into that dark, underworld. And you don't want to spend a half hour on developing why she goes into that. So it's a tricky spot. But my only, legitimate complaint I have was the ending. And I'm not going to spoil it, like I said. But if you've seen the movie, you know what happens, the last, 5 minutes of the movie. I wish that was a little bit more developed. You know what? Let me do a spoiler. If you don't want any spoilers, let me just wrap the review up right now. I'd give this movie a 4 out of 5, and it's worth buying. It's on Amazon for $12 right now. I would, you can stream it on Netflix, but I would try to seek out the DVD or Blu-ray to support, the smaller horror films. And if you don't want to do that, go on Netflix too. Whatever, who cares? But I'm going to buy the DVD Blu-ray. It's a 4 out of 5. It's going to make my top 10 list of the year, no problem. So you definitely want to check it out. Okay, so that's my non-spoiler review. So shut it off now if you haven't seen the movie and go check it out. I will continue with one last minor point. So here's a spoiler coming up. The end of the movie, I wish. I was thinking about this the other night. I wish. Oh my god, I'm already at 12 minutes. Fuck. This is so long. Sorry, guys. But I wish. You know how the guy at the bar asked Mary to go out, go on vacation, take a week off, go away with him? I wish she would have said, yes, I really need that. And maybe she realizes how much she cares about him. And it's not really developed in the movie anyway, but I would like to see her, say, yeah, I really need that. And she runs home, we see her excited, and she's packing her bags, and then she gets whacked. So it's more of a surprise, and we know that, most movies where they whack off the main character at the end, it's more of a surprise, and it's built up, and you're excited for her to do something, oh wow, she's gonna run away, she met this really guy, she's gonna get out of the business and go home, and she's all excited about her new life, and then she gets whacked, and you're like, oh fuck no. But the ending was she's at the club, she's all she's spaced out, and she's like, yeah, maybe I'll call you, we'll see, and she goes home all nonchalant and gets killed. And it was just kind of I really care about the character. I really was enjoying watching her, and either I want a death that is more not knocking myself over the head, holy fuck, you killed her, or I want her to get away and be happy. And I didn't get either one of those. I got a middle of the road, oh yeah, they killed her. That's a weird. That came out of nowhere. I mean, I know the guy was the boyfriend of a girl, that married in operations. I get all that. I get it. But I just wish it was handled a little bit better. And maybe that's a choice of the Twisted Twins. Maybe that's their choice. That's cool. I still give it a 4 out of 5. I love the movie. But I think the ending could have been stronger. So, hey, that's it. This is The Butcher with KillerReviews.com. Check out the Killer Reviews Movie Podcast. And make sure you subscribe, because we're trying to get more subscriptions, more podcast listeners. We are on a mission to increase our audience. So help us out and click subscribe, and check out our podcast everywhere. It's on iTunes, Stitcher, fucking dog, something dog radio, whatever, dog pile on Android apps. And check out killerviews.com too, and leave a comment on this video. Sorry I'm a little wired this time around. I've done 3 videos. I'm drinking wine and stuff. So hey, this is Butch from killerviews.com. Thanks for listening. Have an awesome day.